I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I thought I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
Dear Nick Cannon, you have got some serious competition coming up the pipeline. I'm going to just tell you that. And the brother might have 10 years on you right now. And he's catching up. Now, today we're going to be getting into a serial baby daddy who goes by the name of Cam Newton. This man was, or still is, no, definitely was an NFL quarterback, one of the most decorated black quarterbacks in college history. And I don't know what he did in the league. I'll be honest, I don't watch the NFL. That might be offensive to somebody, but if it is, so be it, be offended. But basically what we're going to get into is a sit-down conversation that Cam Newton had with a real-life therapist who, I'm not going to give too much away. We're just going to watch this together, and I'm going to give just a little psychoanalyst over the psychoanalyst. You understand me? I'm going to psychoanalyze the psychoanalyzing that's taking place by the psychoanalyst to the one who's being analyzed. Simple as that. That being said, let's get into it. I'm going to make sure that I mention or I reference the actual video down below to give credit where credit is due. This is not my piece of content. Fair use law.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high functioning.
What situation?
See my situation? That's a very vague question, and it's for you to...
What situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high functioning?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in...
I mean, I could make so many comments about the functionality of that hat right there that bruh's got on, but let me go ahead and not be that petty. So, yeah. Let's not do this.
My
life.
See, don't deflect. Let's stay here. Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both, really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from this. Can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more?
Yes, more information. Heck yeah.
So, I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I thought I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now.
By multiple.
I'm sorry, y'all. The way that bruh said, I want more. Like these babies are trophies. Yeah, I want another one. I definitely, yeah. I'm aiming for about a few more. Just a few more. Yeah. How about the ones you got right now? How about let's be in their lives maybe.
For women, what's the intent?
I just want God
about
to
your
bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just...
Because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Bryant, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Drinking and driving is a decision that can change your whole world. You can
brother. Yeah, thank you for the good message, but we're going to have to skip that commercial.
You're not taking your time.
Paid for by Nixon.
Okay.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active, okay? So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without.
Damn. Yeah. Sometimes we just have to face the facts as they are. I believe it's actually the only way to true healing is we have to be so deeply, almost brutally honest with ourselves when it comes to what we're actually doing. And then we can get to why we're doing it, and then we can get to solutions. So I am thankful she's going where she's going, because I know somebody's going to be watching out there. Oh my God, it stung just hearing that. I did not create a broken. No, look, the intention was not so. And your children are not broken because they are imperfect. Your home is not broken because you are not adequate or good enough. But it is simply the fact that when we have these relationship dynamics that we continuously perpetuate, these dysfunctional households, in essence, they leave behind a trail of evidence of brokenness. So, yeah, let's get into it. We only have like 2 minutes left on this, and she's already cooking.
With them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear, do it anyways? And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I...
Notice what she said right there. Language is everything. I'm a nerd when it comes to the word. You're going to put these people in these houses, but there is no home. They're by themselves in there. There is no father in that house. And, we have a generation that's become so accustomed to not having father in the house that we forget that that's the way it's always been. And it was supposed to be. We're supposed to be co-partners. We're supposed to be together doing this with one another. Not separate, not against, not adversary. We're supposed to be building these households together. Now, again, all circumstances, situations differentiate, and this may be a generalization, but when it all comes down to it, is that's what we should be at least striving for, and at least striving to get the next generation into. If we love our children, we love the next generation, we love ourselves, we're going to continuously and perpetually get this message across to them to say, you want to do what is best for you, your family unit, because that's what makes a better society. And when we perpetuate the hurt that was placed upon us, we do nobody any good, especially ourselves. So,
dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just tell me when I can solve.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box.
She's using her words carefully. This is a psychologist. She's using her words carefully. The next victim, because that's what perpetuates in that system. And the true victim in that situation is the child, because they didn't ask for this, but they're born into another situation just like this. And I was going to get into this video. I might do it. Brother who had 4 babies in 1 year by 4 different women. Because obviously unless they were quadruplets, you understand me? Kate plus 8. He had 4 babies by 4 different women in 1 year. Brother in the NFL. We need to do better.
It's unhealthy. And it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health-wise, and community-wise, that Black men will stop.
Black men with what?
Stop doing that, that they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want, you're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish, epitome of selfish.
Y'all saw that look on bruh's face? That's when the message is hitting a little too hard, and you just have to use every bit of strength in you just to keep it in and not to fight it, because real is real. So, I'm just gonna do a little unpack a little debrief of that whole situation. There is no use in blame, but there is even less use in evading the truth, in neglecting responsibility, and lying to ourselves about what's truly going on. And the only way that we begin to fix these situations, these are traumas that are being created and recreated in most cases. In order for this cycle to stop, we have to do something different. We have to do something different. We talk about communities and, the Black community and the this community, the Hispanic community, etc. But in truth, it's really in the household, and more importantly, with the individual. When one person makes the decision to break those generational traumas and those generational curses, that's going to lead to a ricochet effect. That's going to lead to a perpetuation of that. In the same way the generational trauma, the generational curse perpetuates because that's what is, continuously fed, given energy to. When we make a decision to break that, then we create a new pattern within our families, within our communities, within our societies. And for those who say they care and they love their children, please, 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 let us raise these young men, let us raise these young women with them in mind. Let me repeat that one more time. Let's raise our children with them in mind, instead of our own traumas being projected onto them. I sometimes hear parents who tell their kids just go out there and explore, quote unquote, have fun. And I think to myself, so the very same thing that led you into one of the deepest traumas in your life, the deepest wounds that you still manifest at this point,